let's go on, and then we're going to talk about the time of death. Also, let me just remind you all that I told you weeks ago that drowning is a cause of death, but not the manner of death. Because, like Chris Cuomo said, you could shoot him and he could fall into the water and drown. Okay, that doesn't mean he died from drowning. All right. He could have died from the gunshot. There are a myriad of different things, okay? The specific medical or physical injury process that leads to death, such as drowning or a gunshot wound or a heart attack. Those are the causes of death. But the manner of death, the legal and administrative category that explains how the cause came about, how it came to be. The 5 official categories would be accident, homicide, self-deletion, natural, and undetermined, which is what they said it was in the second autopsy report. Okay, so please pay attention. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. It's about to get really real, you guys. Okay, it's about to get really real. Now, hold on here. I think this is the one I'm looking for. Yeah.
Ever got on the Triton that was under the age of 18 drinking and
Wrong one. Hold on.
Hey guys, I'm just here to debunk a photo that was going around. It was in the Cajun Navy report. This is the photo that is zoomed in, basically saying that that could have been Nolan. So in the Cajun Navy report, they have this photo on there saying that the newly supplied photograph is represented as having been taken at 4:50 Central on 4th of July. 19 minutes after the boat left. However, if you look on that bottom line, it says Nolan possibly is in this photo, but not confirmed. That is not Nolan. It is confirmed. This woman right here is confirming that this is not Nolan. She says, "This is not Nolan. This is my son with his friend. We're from Olive Branch, and we're visiting family over the 4th. So I still have yet to see any confirmed photo of Nolan Wells on Horn Island after 4:31 p.m. when the boat left. Hey guys, I'm just here to debunk a photo that was going around. It was in the case.
Around dropping hints. Family don't see this because that's not the point of this. These people who claim to be friends with Nolan are running around dropping hints on the internet, saying things like Nolan didn't deserve that, right? Which means you knew what happened and he didn't deserve that. And now we have another one who just dropped a video with some crocodile tears, basically saying they wouldn't do that to him. I'm like, okay, y'all are clearly trying to drop hints. You clearly received a photo, a video, or some communique or some link to go look at what they did to him. And you're trying to defend the people that people are going to accuse at some point of what happened to Nolan. And you're trying to also say you're friends with Nolan. So explain this to me, okay? If you think you know that they didn't do it, right? Why didn't you just go to the police? And if you know that Nolan didn't deserve that, why didn't you just go to his parents and tell his parents what they did to him? It seems that it's a game to y'all that these people lost their son, and y'all want to run around sniggling and grinning and dropping crocodile tears and hints about this and that, when y'all could just be forthcoming, which says that y'all are not his friend, right? And it's just so sad that y'all obviously already know what happened, and you just want to sit on it and just let it just drag out. Because if you didn't know what happened, right, you wouldn't be able to say they wouldn't do that to him. And if you had never seen what they did to him, you would not be able to say he did not deserve that. And it's sad. And honestly, you're going to get yourself roped up because you're either an eyewitness or you have evidence and you're sitting on it.
Sorry, I forgot I was muted. Okay, so she's basically implying that people have been putting different tidbits of information out there, like little clues or breadcrumbs. And that's exactly what it seems like. I can't substantiate the breadcrumbs that they're supposedly dropping, but it does seem like all of a sudden people are putting out, little tidbits of information. Thank you, Desmond. I just realized it, beloved. Okay, so now I'm going back to the TikTok I did. I also did a live about it, but where I talked about how the decomposition process could basically mimic drinking. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Ahmad Shakur. Now, they've been trying to push this narrative that Nolan was drinking heavily, okay, trying to make it look as though he were drunk. But I know exactly why they're doing that. Okay, let's get into it. A decomposing body can test positive for alcohol even if the person had not been drinking. This is due to a natural process that occurs in the body during the stages of decay or decomposition. Okay, please pay attention. Now, this is due to microbial fermentation or putrefaction. Now, as the body decays, the internal bacteria and fungi break down tissues and ferment sugars. Please pay attention. This produces natural ethanol, i.e. alcohol, inside the corpse. The natural decay process can produce a measurable blood alcohol concentration known as BAC, and that's even if the person didn't drink anything prior to dying. Please pay attention. Postmortem microbial production usually results in lower blood alcohol concentration levels. Okay, please pay attention. But in rare cases of severe contamination, higher levels can absolutely appear. Remember how Tap Dancing Tatum said that the toxicology report would absolutely show that Nolan had something in his system. And by that, I mean illegal substances. He says the person who told him this was credible, right? Well, let's talk about why that could possibly be, even if he didn't take illegal substances. See, a decomposing body can also yield false positive results for illegal substances. Okay, please pay attention. Now, this would happen during the preliminary testing, but of course, the mechanism is different than it is for alcohol. Now, initial postmortem rug testing depends on rapid immunoassay screens, okay, similar to a urine test, okay, like a urine sample you'd give at the doctor's office. Please pay attention. An immunoassay is a lab test that measures the presence or the amount of a specific substance, okay? And this is done using an antibody and an antigen. Please pay attention. Now, the test uses an antibody, which is a protein made by the immune system. It locks onto a specific molecule called an antigen or an analyte. But that all being said, it could test positive for this illegal substance that starts with an O and a P, okay? And also other narcotics, okay? Please pay attention. I believe this is absolutely why Tap Dancing Tatum is trying to imply that Nolan was taking illegal substances, and he's so certain, okay, that the toxicology report will come back showing that there was something in his system. Please pay attention. And also, let's not forget that Warren's father, Dr. Benjamin Hudson, okay, works and specializes in toxicology. Now, he's a emergency medicine doctor who deals with people that have, taken too many illegal substances, okay, the O and the D. That's what he deals with mainly, but his subspecialty is toxicology. So he may be able to do a toxicology report, okay? But with that all being said, I'm not saying that he's going to do one in this case, and I'm not saying that he do anything shady, but I'm just saying the fact that he does have the knowledge to do these things, I find it all very convenient and very interesting, okay? Please pay attention. Mind you, this is all alleged. We don't know who did what. We just have a lot of suspicions and a lot of questions have not been answered. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Ahmad Shakur. Okay, now hold on, because someone says Warren's doctor is a pain doctor. Yes, I know that. I think I've told you all that several times. But his subspecialty is, in fact, toxicology. Now, let's go to this video from Secret Service Sam, and then we're going to talk about the time of death. Likes up, everyone, please like and share, and why that is so important in this case specifically.
Sam here with a Nolan Xavier Wells update, and just a little something that makes you go, Now, the district attorney in this case is friends with the judge, okay? And then we've just seen, allegedly, the mayor attended the judge's personal party just a few weeks prior to when this happened. I don't know. It just seems a little odd. It reminds me a little bit of the Carmelo Anthony trial, where it felt like everybody was in bed together on the same team, fighting to not get justice. And it is no secret that Ocean Springs is a tiny town of 20,000 people, and everybody is very connected except the Wells family to this whole situation, because we've seen how everybody in that town has trashed Christine and the family for just bringing in Ben Crump to get justice for this boy that they pretend to care about, right? Because if they actually cared about Nolan, they would support the mother. There would not be racists online trying to give her 1-star ratings at her nursing job and getting her fired and having these investigations open up and saying that she's loving all this fame and just doing all these, press TV shows just for nothing. No, she is a mother who is grieving and will not give up until she gets answers for what happened to her son. If Ben Crump had not been brought in, this would just be another crime that Mississippi allegedly could have gotten away with, because we know in our hearts, in our soul, if there was no foul play like Tate Reeves and all them want us to believe, then why not show us the proof that there was no foul play? Why are they holding it up? Why is the district attorney hiding this in the grand jury? Why are they not coming forth with the autopsy? Just get it out of the way. If you have all the information that it was accidental, what are you waiting on? No justice, no peace. Secret Service, Sam.
I find it all so interesting. Now, Perry wants to know, Chris Cuomo is no authority on anything. I am certain he is a racist. So why are you following him? Well, why are you following me if I'm following him and he's racist? Listen, I'm trying to get the information. Okay. So I'm going to follow whoever I want, will, or may to get it. And he's the one coming out saying what they're saying about the toxicology report. Don't you think we should know what they're saying? Okay. Whether we believe it or not, we absolutely should. Okay, so that's why